What is going on, TanukiScouts? It is Tanuki Hero 836 here, and today I am bringing you a deck profile. And not just any deck profile, this is from Lost Thunder, the new set we just got on Friday. Now, I realize I have two proxy cards in here, but do not worry, they will be in the mail shortly. Anyway, this deck is Blacephalon GX, the new Fire-type Ultra Beast Pokemon from Lost Thunder. We have finally gotten a copy of a Blacephalon card, and his first card is pretty gosh darn good if you ask me. Now, what does he do? He is a big basic Pokemon with 180 HP, a Fire-type. His first attack is useless, never use it. But his second attack, Mind Blown, you will try to use every turn of the game to win. For 2 fire energy, you put as many fire energy cards in play as possible into the lost zone as you like. And for each one placed there, you do 50 damage. That's right, 50 damage. So 4 fire energy will do 200 damage. With a choice band, that is 230. With a beast energy, that is 260. Don't even get me started on the weakness. Oh my god. Next up, in order to help accelerate this energy, we have the new Poipole and new Naganadel from Lost Thunder. What this Poipole does, for 1 colorless energy eye opener, take a look at your 6 prize cards and place them back in their original positions. This is very good in conjunction with Blacephalon's GX attack Burst. For 1 fire energy, select one of your prize cards and discard it. If it's an energy card, you can attach it to one of your Pokemon. This is very, very good, because not only will you be able to tell which prize card is which. If it is an energy, you get rid of it. Help you thin, help you do more damage. Anyway, next up, let's take a look at Naganadel, a Psychic-type Stage 1 Pokemon with the ability Charge Up. Once a turn before you attack, you can take a Fire Energy card from your discard pile and attach it to Naganadel. And for 3 colors energy, it does 80 damage. And if your opponent has 3 prize cards remaining, it does 80 more damage. That is 160 damage. And this Pokemon is used to KO Buzzwole. Next up, your Mars Shadow. Sorry about that, my phone is stupid. Mars Shadow's Let Loose ability, when you play it down, you and your opponent will shuffle their hands into their decks and draw 4 cards. Good for disruption. Next up, 2 Tapu Lele. 3 was too clunky, 1 was too little. 2 is just right to search for your supporters. Next up, we run 4 copies of the best supporter in the game, Cynthia. Shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 new cards. Good for low turns or early turns. Next up, we have Guzma. This deck is requiring you to play 4 copies of Guzma. If you play too little, you will never see it. This deck requires you to take big one-hit KOs, or else you will run out of energy very quickly, and you won't take your prize cards. Next up, a new supporter in this set, Sightseer. With her, you can discard cards from your hand, and then after you do, draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. However, a little catch, you cannot play this card if you discard your hand to have more than 5 cards in it. You have to at least draw 1 card when you use this card. Next up, for the next supporters, we run 1 copy of Lily for early turns and 1 copy of Volkner. Now, Volkner is a very interesting check choice of mine. What he does is you get to search for 1 item card and 1 lightning energy. And because your deck is private knowledge, that energy card you will not have to search. So you will grab your Beast Rings. Next up, your 4 copies of Ultra Ball to search out any of your key playmakers. 3 copies of Acrobite for consistency and to dump your energy cards into the discard pile. 3 copies of Beast Ring. I tried playing 4, I really did, but it wasn't too clunky. If your opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining, you get to search your deck for up to 2 basic energies and attach them to one of your Ultra Beasts. With Volkner, you can search this out easily. Now, I've won so many games off it, it is unbelievable. Next up, 2 copies of Mysterious Treasure. Discard a card, add a Psychic-type Pokemon or a Dragon-type Pokemon from your deck to your hand. This is used to get your Poipoles and your Naganadels and maybe even a Lele or 2. Next up, 2 Switch to get out of the active. 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher to recover your Pokemon. And 1 copy of Choice Band to do that extra 30 damage to EX and GX Pokemon if you're playing Expanded or Standard. Next up, let's get to the stadiums. And I'm pleased to bring the fact that we now have Prism Star stadiums in the game as of Friday. This is Heat Factory Prism Star. And because it's a Prism Star, you can only play 1 copy of it, sadly. I would play 3 if I could. What Heat Factory allows you to do is it allows the turn player to discard a fire basic energy from their hand and then draw 3 cards. A very powerful and reminds us a lot of Scorched Earth. And since it's a Prism Star Stadium, it is unaffected by the effects of supporter cards and item cards. So the only way to get rid of this is to use a Pokemon's attack or to play another stadium, which we do have. And due to the fact it's a Prism Star, if it is discarded, it will go to the Lost Zone. So you will not get it back. Next up, we have 1 copy of Ultra Space. I like playing 2 of this card, but I found a way to knock it down to 1. I'm trying to bring it up to 2. Don't judge me. Now, Ultra Space allows the turn player to search for an Ultra Beast card and add it to their hand. Very useful for grabbing your attackers or your playmakers. Let's move on to the energy, which takes about a quarter of the deck. We play 1 Beast Energy Prism Star, which attached to an Ultra Beast provides any type of energy, but only 1 at a time. And it also allows that said Ultra Beast to do 30 extra damage to the active Pokemon. So good for taking big damage and combined with Choice Band. But it will be sent to the Lost Zone when removed. Next up for the basic energies, we run a lot. I'm counting 15 fire energies. Now, this deck needs to run a minimum of 15 energies. Playing less can very much hurt the consistency and firepower of this deck. With 15 energies, you will have plenty of energies to charge up to Naganadel in order to blast away with Mind Blown from Blacephalon. Also, Heat Factory will not be consistent enough if you don't play at least this amount. I've seen people play 16. That is fine if you can find a room for it. Now then, that is it for this deck profile. I'm sorry that I only have 2 Blacephalons, but trust me, I have more coming in the mail. They should be here within a day or 2. Now, as I have said before, good luck to all you TanukiScouts. Build whatever deck you like. This is Pokemon. This is a fun game. Don't take it too seriously, but try to win if you can. But always have fun. So let's have a good time, and peace out, everybody.